First off, today, I've got a selection of videos that we've had from previous editions of the World Championships, and we're going to look at Summer McIntosh. You know, she has been in the news lately, all the world records that she's broken at the Canadian Nationals, leading into Singapore 2025. We've got some footage of her freestyle technique, the underwater. So this is critical for any swimmer. It's about how they push the water backwards to get nice catch and purchase on the water. This is Summer here. What I want you to look at here is her catch and her motion and her rotation as we go through. Let's bring this forward a bit more. Here into her breath stroke. She's breathing every stroke as she comes into the wall. What I want you to look now is this elbow pitch. So this is critical in freestyle. I want you to look at the elbow. In coaching, we talk about high elbow catch. High elbow, what that means, the swimmer flexes their elbow when they come in. They're going to catch a lot of water and then they push it back. That's how they move forward. Summer is one of the best. And I want you to have a look at her little wrist as well. The devil is in the detail. So she pitches her elbow, high elbow catch, wrist, fingers to the bottom of the pool. So therefore she's maximizing the force she can get on her lats as she pushes through the water. Where does the water go? It's going backwards. Where does she go? She's coming in the forward direction from that. Body line, head neutral position, body line right on the surface of the water at the same time. So let's play this through a little bit more. Another thing about Summer's technique and stroke is she gets her catch started super early in the water. So in coaching, we talk about trying to catch with the hand as close to the surface of the water as possible. Because if you're going to miss your catch, if you're starting from this position, for example, you're going to lose all the water at the top. So what Summer has done there, she's catching right at the surface of the water, and she's going to pitch her elbow forward as her hand comes down. That allows this high elbow catch that we were talking about earlier. So let's see if we can just get another frame to go through. And there you see. I know she's breathing there at that side, but this is quite a good shot actually to reiterate the points that we started earlier. Elbow position nice and high, fingertips, look at them. Look at the hands there, they're like hand paddles. You know, this is where she gets her hold of the water, all in the wrists and the forearms. This hand is going to go back towards the body and whip out at the middle, so that it will come round in this rotation and this way. But I want you to check the purchase of the water. This is what makes her good. This is the catch position. It's the hours and hours of technical work that her and her coach do in the pool. One of the big progressions in Summer McIntosh's 400-meter freestyle this year is her turn times. So she's been working on her turns, the efficiency of the turns. That's getting in and out of the wall as quickly as possible. So from Paris Olympics, her turn times were 41.23 in total, and she got that down to 39.52 at the recent Canadian Championships. So her turns have improved by almost 2 seconds. So again, it reiterates the details, the coaches, the swimmers working on how to make themselves more efficient. Let's take a little look at her turn. Let's have a look. So here she is, coming into the wall. Black hat, here we go. Pitching her high elbow. Coming in nicely, keeping her head down, takes a last breath in, plants her feet on the wall, 1 or 2 kicks coming out into the race and into her stroke. This is a lovely freeze frame of Summer coming into the wall. This is a fantastic freeze frame because what we see here, head is slightly elevated, but she could probably actually get a little bit better on this head positioning, and I know that she's probably working on it, but her head is looking down. If you notice, the eyes and the goggles, they're not looking forwards. It's actually, the look is at the bottom of the pool. What they're looking for is the joint really between the wall and the bottom of the pool. So here she is coming in. If you look at the body line, perfect. Perfectly in sync at the top of the water. It's almost flat. We've almost got this flat line on the surface, which means she's incredibly efficient. So with the turn, the goal is to carry as much speed as possible in and out. And obviously, getting the plant, getting the positioning with your feet is critical as well. Wonderful positioning. Wonderful positioning on the wall here. Coming in, head is going to get nice and tucked. Chin is coming into the chest, so we get efficient. And she's going to be whipping her arms and legs around while getting a nice push with her hands. Let's go again. And into the wall. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. If you look at Summer's hands here, she's actually pushing the water. She's getting purchase on the water to push, to give her momentum coming into the wall so she can whip her legs in and out. Now it looks like she's at quite a strange angle here, but trust me, this is a good one. I really like the angle she's got with her arms, and especially this hand position here. So she's going to push with the water as she goes down. She'll be pushing here, the water down, which helps her in her rotation. So again, into the wall. What she's going to look at, getting in this nice streamlined position as quickly as possible. And you might think, right, this is a freestyle race. People might say, James, she's on her back. This is completely normal. This is completely normal because as she pushes off the wall, she's going to rotate as she goes through. Here we go. I'm going to do my best here, see what I can do. We've got the plant here, and we've got this nice straight line off the wall. Almost perfect angles here, which is what you'd expect from one of the best swimmers in the world. So at home, get working on your turns in your details. Let's play this through. And there she goes. Rotates round onto her front, 2 kicks and up. Summer McIntosh.